Yeah, Ricky, I guess just what were some of your just general overarching takeaways from just the guys, and what'd you learn about the team over in the trip to Maui?
First of all, I just learned we have a lot of fight in us. I mean, I knew it was capable, but we really showed it. Obviously, we came up short against Creighton, but I feel like we showed a lot of toughness and fight and grit in that game. And then San Diego State, we did the same thing. We pulled off the win. So I'm proud of the guys and how we played and the toughness we brought. And I'm pretty sure the coach is too.
Maybe what caught your eye, your attention most when it came to AB's play over there?
Really, the thing that caught my eye was the shooting ability. I honestly just saw that he shot 40% throughout the tournament, which was really good. I've been telling him since day one just to shoot the ball and have confidence in it. And I feel like his confidence was kind of low when he was playing here early in the season, but he came out first two games, all games, and shot the ball really well. And I was really proud of him. Other stuff was normal, the assists, the rebound, all that is, I see that every day.
And then takeaways from TB's play. I think the first game was pretty frustrating, limited with foul trouble. But the second half of those last two games, he kind of came alive. What did he provide you guys, you think?
I mean, it's going to be a really tough cover. He really shot the ball really well, just like AB. And obviously the lob dunks and the defense is something we see all the time. So just continuing to utilize all his potential and talent, and that'll be really good for us throughout the season.
Curtis?
Hey, Ricky, I wanted to ask you about Kamani. He doesn't play in the first two games and he comes in against San Diego State and gives you guys a big lift there, obviously. I guess one, what did you make of the lift that he did provide for you? And then two, what do you think others can learn from his approach?
I honestly told him just to stay ready. I mean, obviously, if you're not playing as much, you're going to be a little frustrated. And I just kept telling him, stay ready, stay locked in. And same thing I was telling Barry. That was my roommate. I was like, stay ready, stay locked in. He brought huge minutes that game as well. And Kamani, I'm really not surprised. Like, y'all saw that when we was in Spain. He was doing that, just dominating, being a dog out there. So I'm really not surprised. I'm really happy he hit the game winner. It was crazy. But I'm not surprised at all. That's what he does.
And then your game against San Diego State, obviously you played a ton of minutes up until that point, and seems like you just couldn't get one to fall there for the longest, man, but you stayed with it, and it looks like you really flipped a switch and kind of ignited things down the stretch. What was your mindset, when the shots weren't falling, and then what was it that kind of led to you turning it on there at the end?
It was simple. My shots weren't falling in the beginning. It was really frustrating. I honestly wanted to come out. Coach actually, it was actually a really, really special. Coach brought a sub in, and I was already walking to the table because I thought I was coming out, and I didn't. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do something productive out here. So I started focusing on defense and energy, and I was really tired in the first couple minutes. And then when I started focusing on defense, all that just disappeared, and I carried that on to the second half. And then the offense started clicking. Like, coach called a play for me. I don't think he heard me, but I told AB, I was like, I don't even want no plays called for me. Like, I just want to go out here and play defense, and the game take care of itself. And it really did. And I was just really happy how the game played out.
Bob?
Hey, Ricky, we all know Anthony's obviously a great player, but he'd only averaged 6 points the first three games. He really wasn't, and he had that 1 for 7 start, I think. And what do you think, I guess, got him? I mean, 26, and 15 or whatever it was. I think he was leading scorer in the whole tournament, which obviously has a ton of great players. Well, what'd you think of how he, really elevated his offensive game scoring wise?
I mean, I think the threes really helped it out. I mean, going into the tournament and really the whole year, people have been playing him not to shoot the three. So I think that opened everything up for him. I mean, he's a really good attacker to the basket. So being able to have to guard the three ball and a drive was really difficult for teams, and he took full advantage of it.
Not that you guys were lacking confidence before you went over there, but winning 2 great games and that high level game against Creighton, and they almost beat Arizona in the final. Is there added confidence now, or what did that tournament do for you guys, you think?
I definitely think it's added confidence. We played 3 good teams. Creighton was a really good offensive team. San Diego State was a really tough, older team. So we played a little bit of everything. Louisville was athletic, So I think we got a good boost of great teams around the country, and I think that helped us for the season. Definitely a confidence booster,
And we saw.
individually and team.
I'm sorry. What was the last part?
I say individually and team wise.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on your line there.
Very good.
And we saw Nick on the bench, very animated. He's obviously into the game, even though I can't get into the game, I guess. What'd you think of his attitude, and maybe how crazy is he feeling? And I guess how do you think you guys have played without him, and how good will it be, whenever he is able to play again?
I thought his energy was amazing. Just like watching clips back and seeing him on the bench and how excited he is for us is really great, because a lot of people wouldn't be doing that. Some people just be sitting there just waiting to get back on the court, but he's truly acting like a great teammate, and I love to see that. As far as him coming back, I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I know he's steadily getting healthy, so whenever he's ready, he's going to be on the court. I know that for sure.
And then three games in 3 days. Long travel there, long travel back. How are you? And you're an older guy, I know, and you're obviously in good shape. But how are you feeling physically? How do you think the team will be for Monday night, coming off everything you did in there in Maui and all the travel and everything?
I think we'll be fine. I think everybody should be adjusted back to their sleep schedule at least by tomorrow. I mean, I'm feeling well rested, and I'm pretty sure I played one of the most minutes on the team, so I'm pretty sure everybody should be all right.
And Troy's 6-1. They won at Florida State. They lost to St. Thomas out in Montana. I guess everybody's beating everybody these days. But what do you think about? I don't know if you've studied them much yet, but what do you think about Troy? Like, say 6-1, they already won at an ACC school. Kind of, what are your thoughts on playing them and making sure you don't have a letdown?
I mean, I know they're going to be hungry. I know they're going to come here to win. I know they're a pretty good defensive team, so we're just going to have to be ready. Can't take anybody for granted. As we're seeing around the country, smaller schools are beating bigger schools, however you want to name it. So we just can't take them lightly, and we just got to play our game.
And they're averaging about 9 made 3-pointers and only about 11 turnovers. Obviously, you guys have defended three pretty well. You forced a lot of turnovers. Kind of, what do you think about their game here in those numbers?
Honestly, we just got to listen to coach's game plan. I mean, usually it's cutting down the 3-pointers. But whatever he has for us Monday night before the game, that's what we're going to listen to and try to execute.
Okay, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Rick. Appreciate it.